Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you're about to embark on the most exciting game show on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Anything could happen. Thank you for joining us. Had a couple of tech issues. I don't know. It's been a little something's going on. I've had to reboot StreamYard several times. And we're supposed to have Lauren Ashcraft on, the comic who also ran, but there was a scheduling thing at the last minute. So we've got two returning champs. So James is a returning champ. I don't know. I think Mike might have lost, but who cares? It's going to be their return. Mike is back, as is James Money. So it's going to be an exciting show, ladies and gentlemen. The best and smartest fans in the world are you folks, and that's why you tune into the show. Graham's mic is tinny. All right, there we go. Mic issues. Thank you for pointing that out. Get that all ironed out. Boom, there it is. That just fixed it, right? That fixed it. That just fixed it. Thank you for pointing that out. Everything's good. All right. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe, folks. Send this out on your social media. It's always a great way to support what we're doing. And of course, if you can, scrolling below in just a second will be all the ways that you can support the show. We've been demonetized on YouTube since a year and a half ago. And you can see there is the Venmo at Graham-Elwood, rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, and also patreon.com/Graham Elwood. Okay, can we add that to the scroll below? So that all the Patreon is added as well, in addition to Venmo and Rockfin. And of course, if you go to venmo.com/Graham Elwood and you can sign up for free and do a tip. That is how you support the show. And now, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring him on. The host of Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for sharing this on aggravated progressive. Thank you so much. We're going to bring him. He's the host of Get Your News. Thank you, Kate. Kate's our moderator. She's fantastic, as is Holly. Kate and Holly are both our moderators. They're doing a fantastic job. And as also on this show, Kate's got double duty. She's also our scorekeeper. So let us bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anything Can Happen. And allow me to bring on my co-host, host of Get Your News On with Ron Placone, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Graham. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
It's going good, pal. How are you?
Dude, it's just it's lovely here in Southern California. Lovely Thursday. And good to be here. Yeah, society is collapsing, but it's nice at the beach today. They're doing lifeguard school at my local beach here. So sometimes in the morning it gets a little cluttered. They're learning how to lifeguard. So but it's neat. They do these little exercises. They run around the surfboard. Like they run through the surfboards and then they go out to sea and I don't know, like rescue artifacts. I don't know exactly how they do their drills, but it's a sight.
Rescue artifacts.
I don't know what they do. I mean, how do you? I mean, I don't think. I mean, you can't practice. A friend of mine goes swimming pretty intensely in her wetsuit, and she was saying she was like, yesterday I swam all the way out to the buoy, and I was like, well, you should have pretended to drown so that the lifeguards could have had some practice for school. Like you should have just been like, oh, help, and just seen how long it took them.
That sounds like a great plan, Ron. No, I like how hopeful lifeguard school is. As we sit here, we're on the brink of World War III with Russia. We are in the early stages of a civil war in America. Oh, and by the way, the climate is collapsing. So I don't know that any of us are going to see the year 2050. But you know what, Ron? What a great time to play a game show called Anything Can Happen. Doesn't that sound fantastic?
Yeah. And in case somebody misjudges the current, you got to get out there.
Get out there.
You got to get out there. It's, how is the tide? I'm that guy. I actually talk to my local lifeguards. It's kind of sad, I think. Like whenever there's like a warning sign for swimming, because I have to know. So I always ask the question. Like I'm always just like, is this because the sewage line broke, or is it just because the rocks are more exposed? And then they tell me. They're like, yeah, no, there's shit in the water, so you can't swim. Or they say, yeah, no, it's just because just stay away from the rocks. The tide's a little low. And I say, thank you, kind lifeguard. And they say, don't forget school starts in July. Don't jog around here in the morning because school is going on. And it's inconvenient for us when you're just jogging by listening to whatever show or music and you don't pay attention to our school. It's up to us to tell you when the rocks are out. That's what we do, and you need it. And I say, thank you, sir or madam.
It sounds like the opening kind of poetic start to a potential punk rock song, you know what I mean? Or some sort of like, I was jogging near the beach today when a lifeguard
school was going on. Save me from this hell, Mr. Lifeguard. Somebody in the chat said,
what'd they say?
They said Baywatch Apocalypse. I like that.
That's the name of the song. It's another Baywatch Apocalypse. Is the sewage in the water. Baywatch Apocalypse.
There's sewage in the water. That's the new Bone Weasel song.
Well, at the end of tonight's show, we will play a You Should Know This, and I think Baywatch Apocalypse is definitely going to be in one of the songs.
Dude, totally. And Garbage Taxi will be the movie. All right, we should get our contestants out.
We got to get our contestants out.
If they might have left.
They might have left. They might have
just left.
These guys are idiots. I don't want to listen to their Baywatch Apocalypse nonsense. So, folks, welcome to Anything Can Happen. My name is Graham Elwood, your co-host, Ron Placone. We have two fantastic contestants who are going to duke it out to see who knows more about how broken our political system is. Both of these contestants are returning guests on the show. Ron, tell us about our first contestant.
So this first guy, very, very funny. He is a comedian out in Hawaii, and his TikTok account is freaking hilarious. Make sure you follow him on TikTok if you're not already. Please welcome back to the show a returning champion, James Maine, everybody.
James Mane. You mispronounced his name.
I'm a huge fan. I never miss a TikTok. James Mane.
What did Rand Clocaine just say?
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron
It's wrong.
Placken.
It's wrong cocaine. That is my name. Thank you. Wrong cocaine.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being on the show, my friend. And we should also just say real quick, we've started a new podcast, James and I, called Comedy Island. We've done episode number 1 that is available right here on my YouTube and Rockfin channels for free, where we talk comedy, we kind of catch up. We're gonna talk about local politics, like how Oahu is so corrupt. You think it's this like nice tropical paradise with luau's and stuff. No, it's very corrupt.
But that's the only way to keep paradise. There needs to be a lot of corruption to keep it afloat.
I think that's correct. I think that's
speaking of corruption. I got all the answers to all the questions, so bring it on.
Yeah, right on.
Graham gave it to me already.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He
did a Donna Brazil for you.
Yeah, I did a Donna Brazil.
He's like, look, I'm gonna give you I feel like Rod's gonna fuck up your name, so I'm giving you the answers.
I love it.
Sorry
What's
about
so
that.
Weird about you messing up the name is I follow his TikTok. It's awesome. He's hilarious. He's been on the show before, but I don't know his name.
But I'm gonna fuck up his name.
We're best friends. We sing the same songs, and
I am the godfather to his children. Please welcome back to the show.
And his kids' names are all wrong.
I don't know why he misnamed his own children, but here he is, Jimbo Maine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him on the show.
Jimbo Maine. That's got to be a Jimbo character now.
It is.
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to, on Comedy Island, we're going to turn Comedy Island into a variety show. It's not just going to be comedians talking. We're going to do characters, and Jimbo Maine is going to be one of them. And then I'm going to be a local guy called Kalani Elwood. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be good stuff happening. Ron Placken, please tell us who our next contestant is on Anything Can Happen.
This guy, he has a podcast called the Travel Tales Podcast that I am a huge fan of. I got to be on it before, and I'm also a regular listener. Please welcome to the show, Mike Siegel, everybody. Give it up for Mike Siegel.
Mike Siegel. Mike Siegel, are you there? Hello, Mike. Is Mike dead? Mike is dead, ladies and gentlemen. I think James is our audience.
Sorry, I checked out during the lifeguard school. Sorry.
You didn't find that a riveting story, Mike?
Is that still going on? Is that still happening?
It's still going on, man. I just asked you a question about it.
Woo! Oh, okay. Man. You know what? Send me the Cliff Notes and I'll go over it.
Well, Mike, you're having kind of an exciting time right now. You want to tell everybody where you are and what's going on in your life?
I am at a cruise ship in Alaska where I'm quarantined in my cabin. So I apologize if the choppiness of any kind of video or anything like that. It hasn't been the strongest signal a lot of the time. But
did you?
Yeah, so I'm on day 8 of a 10-day quarantine.
Oh, man. And you're feeling better, though.
I am feeling better. I'm sleeping a lot. But
that's how the show's going to go.
He really just did fall asleep.
Maybe sorry, your internet just literally it froze. Your head froze.
I cannot guarantee the ship internet how well it's going to do. I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. Well, let's get right into it, folks. This is how we're going to do it. They are both returning contestants. James is a returning winner. Mike, I think, lost to Jim Bruce when he was on the show. If I remember correctly, Mike lost to Jim Bruce. But this is Mike's redemption episode. Or is James going to reign supreme? We will find this out. So our first category is who said this, Republican or Democrat. I will read the quote from a prominent Republican or Democrat. What I mean prominent, either they were a president, vice president, a candidate for like they were ran for president and lost, or a key cabinet member. It will not be like some obscure senator, congressperson, or something like that. First person to raise their hand gets called on, and they say if it's Republican or Democrat. If they say correctly, they get a point. And then they have a chance to pick up a second point by telling us who the actual Republican or Democrat is who said that quote. If they don't get that right, the other person has a chance to steal that point. 4 questions in round 1. The winner of round 1, who's in the lead, gets to pick the categories in round 2. But beware, one of the categories that will be presented to you will be a fake category, and that will be the super delegate category, where the person trailing will automatically be given a 1-point lead going into round 2. So let us play. Anything can happen. First question. May the best man or Siegel win today. Which famous Republican or Democrat said the following quote? Let us continue to have doctors who work for their patients, not for the federal government. Let us build upon the strengths of the medical system we have now, not destroy it.
Mike.
Republican.
Mike Siegel, you got on the board. That is correct. 1 point out of the gate. A chance to double your lead, Mike. Which famous Republican said this following quote? Let us continue to have doctors who work for their patients, not for the federal government. Let us build upon the strength of the medical system we have now, not destroy it.
Reagan.
Mike Siegel, that is incorrect. Oh. James Monet, you have a chance here to steal this point and tie us up out of the gate, making it a tied contest. Tell us which popular, famous Republican said the quote. I can read it again if you'd like.
George Bush.
That is incorrect. Ron Placone, tell everybody who said that famous quote.
That was Nixon, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Nixon. Yeah.
Special message to the Congress proposing a comprehensive health insurance plan February 6th, 1974.
I figured
So
there was
we
two
can-
George Bush, so I had a good chance by now.
That's always people do that a lot on the show. They'll just say George Bush, hoping I'll be like, yeah, which one? The dad or the kid? One of them.
No further questions.
All right. Mike Siegel jumps out to an early lead, 1-0. James Monet with a valiant effort to try to tie it up, but there are 3 more questions. And Ron, what do we know, if anything, this early in the game?
Oh, anything can happen, Graham. This could be a lot of scoring. This could be a little scoring. This could be one of these 2 contestants could run away with it. But, usually first round's a big indicator. So if someone jumps out to an early lead, sometimes they keep that momentum through round 3, but not all the time, Graham, because anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And was pointed out to us in last month's episode, Lachlan Patterson said, actually, not anything can happen. There's only 2 outcomes here. One person wins and one person loses. So he just completely undermined the entire premise of the show, which is why I love comedians. They'll just shoot a hole in your idea. That don't work.
But it also proved anything can happen, because that was the first time in the show's history there was an attempt at a philosophical coup by Lachlan Patterson, and maybe even a successful one. But nonetheless, I mean, hey, that wasn't something that we thought was going to happen.
Oh,
so the name of the show should be 2 Things Can Happen,
or just hey, it's some
2
wasn't
guys,
that our
one
idea?
outcome?
We came up with that, like 2 things can happen, and then the 2 is just Lachlan giving a peace sign. Wasn't that like the that was like our idea?
That's pretty much it. All right, folks, let's go to our next question. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe this out. Mike Segal 1, Jimbo Main 0, as we go into question number 2. Excuse me. All right. Which famous Republican or Democrat said this quote? Peace is more than just an absence of war. True peace is justice. True peace is freedom. And true peace dictates the recognition of human rights.
James.
Democrat.
James Monet. That is incorrect. A Republican said that quote. Mike Siegel, a chance to extend your lead to 0. Which famous Republican said this following quote? Peace is more than just an absence of war. True peace is justice. True peace is freedom. And true peace dictates the recognition of human rights.
I'm going to say Eisenhower.
Oh, that is a fantastic guess, but incorrect. James Monet, you now have a chance to steal this point and tie it up again. No. Yes. Tie it up again. Which famous
George Bush?
Republican?
It's going to hit one time.
Unfortunately, James Monet, that is incorrect. But I really hope, because we've never had that, Ron, where somebody just said one president's name the whole way through
The whole time. It's got to be one of them. That's
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's a fair strategy, I feel like.
I actually love that strategy.
Yeah.
The broken clock strategy, eventually.
We have had contestants guess the same wrong answer twice in a row. We've definitely had that on more than one occasion.
With George Bush. The first time it happened was George Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the answer is Ronald Reagan.
I'm starting to see a pattern with your questions now. George Bush is never the answer.
To quote,
And of
neither
course-
of them George Bush. Explain yourself.
My plan really was to say Reagan every answer. And then the one time I don't, that's the answer.
I love it. One guy's got a plan that isn't working. One guy bails on his plan and it would have worked. This is,
would have worked.
oh man, we've already had 4 points available and there's only been one after 2 questions. This is fantastic. Let us go into question number 3. Remember now, there are 4 questions in round 1. Ron Placone, anything can happen. Which Republican or Democrat said this quote? We have a lot of kids who don't know what work means. They think work is a 4-letter word.
James.
Democrat.
James Mana, you just tied us up at 1 point apiece. Congratulations. And a chance now to take a commanding 2-1 lead in this low-scoring, always going to guess Reagan or Bush contest. Which popular Democrat said the following quote? We have a lot of kids who don't know what work means. They think work is a 4-letter word.
Well, obviously it ain't.
It's not George Bush.
It sounds like an old man saying it, so I'll go with Biden.
Man, the thing I love about this show is even when that's an incorrect answer, but I love the logic going into it. Because it really speaks volumes to what our political system truly is. It's just like, it sounds like an old man, so I'm going to go Biden. Which crotchety old rich white guy said that nonsense?
Sounds like a shitty old guy, which doesn't narrow it down much, but here's a guess.
No, it doesn't. It's literally not a shitty old guy. So you have your choices are Obama and JFK in the last 60 years. All right, Mike Siegel.
Do I guess?
Yeah.
Yes, Mike, this is your chance to take this point and regain your illustrious 1 point lead that lasted for 2 rounds and is now evaporated in round 3. But a chance to redeem yourself, Mike Siegel. Which popular Democrat said that quote?
Well, this has a lot of similarities, it seems, with "Ask not what your country can do for you." So I'm going to go with JFK.
No, that is so funny. James was like right. His line of thinking was solid. Yours, I think you overthought it a little bit.
Can I guess before you?
Sure. No one's going to get the point now, but just if you want to guess, just to guess, go for it.
Because my second guess would have been LBJ. Because he looks like he uses a lot of 4-letter words.
Yeah, he looks like he would swear at people. Like that's the censored version of LBJ. All of those answers, while valid in your logic to get to them, are incorrect. Ron Placone explained to James and Mike and our audience who said that quote.
Well, with gems of a quote like that one, it's really shocking why she couldn't beat a game show host. That was Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
Which,
shoot,
when you think like crotchety old guy, Hillary Clinton, very close to that. Very close to that. So she was telling young people that anything work's a 4-letter word, and then didn't campaign in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania.
Why aren't I 50 points ahead? Yeah, I have no idea.
They said I was going to win after we cheated that old guy out of his seat.
Oh, fantastic. But, man, it's great making fun of these politicians on the show. This is what I love about doing the show. But we are now, after round 3, we are tied at 1 apiece going into the 4th and final question of round 1. Remember now, whoever is in the lead gets to choose the category for round 2. So let us go into the 4th and final question. We are tied at 1 apiece.
Because that's going to be an advantage right there.
Huge. It's a huge advantage. It's a huge advantage.
Game's on the line, man.
If you haven't figured out already, we've structured the flow and the rounds of this game show to be as ridiculous and useless as the political system in America.
Yeah. And the more you know about American politics, the worse you'll do here. We've had professors
So
lose
that
miserably in this game.
Yes. What's that, Mike?
so that lifeguard story was kind of a filibuster. That lifeguard story.
Yes, it was. It was definitely. Ron Placone was filibustering. So to distract our audience, because we just passed some horrible thing Biden is getting another $800 billion for war or whatever, while Ron told his lifeguard story.
It's to distract the populace, man. You got to.
It's
They're
good.
like, go out there with the lifeguard story. The Supreme Court's gonna do something fucked up.
The Supreme Court.
But we need the lifeguard story to be the leading headline.
This is breaking news. Ron Placone's lifeguard story, and then just crawling slowly on the ticker is just like having a pet dog is outlawed or whatever they're gonna do next. Like, but you're still free.
You
get
gotta.
free
I
to the
mean,
mall.
yeah, you gotta pat it a little, man. I mean, people are just like, it's tough out there. It's a tough time. But in Ron's neighborhood, it's lifeguard school, and that gives me a little smile.
All right. Fourth and final question of round one.
True. Oh wait.
Sopranos.
All right. Final question. Which Republican or Democrat said the following quote? Reagan proved deficits don't matter.
Mike.
Republican.
Mike Siegel, you just took a 1-point lead going into the final question of round one. To extend this lead and ensure that you have the lead going into round two, Mike Siegel, which famous Republican said the following quote? Reagan proved deficits don't matter.
I believe that was Dick Cheney.
Mike Siegel, I believe you just got yourself another point. Congratulations, Mike Siegel. That was fantastic.
Man.
Wow. Our first
Mike
question
Siegel.
sweep of the night, Ron Placone.
Yeah. There you go.
It had the feel of a lifeguard school going into it.
That was, yeah. I mean, that was like a lifeguard school level effort. Just going in there, be like Republican Dick Cheney.
So now, what very critical point of the game, Mike Siegel will be presented 3 categories to choose from for round 3. One of them will be for round 2.
Round 2.
We're going into round 2.
Shame on you.
Sorry, I hate even numbers. They're bullshit. I don't trust them. There's no.
They're a little unnecessary.
They go all over the place. Like it's like an odd number. I know where I stand. So as we go into round 2,
two-party system.
Yes, yes, exactly.
You're so against it. You just stop using the number 2.
That's exactly it. Thank you, James Monet. Thank you for summating so succinctly my views on the number 2. But as we go into the second round, I will be Mike Siegel, who has the lead after round 1. I will present Mike with 3 categories to choose from. One of them is a fake category. If he picks that one, that's the superdelegate category. And James Monet will automatically be given a 1-point lead going into round 2, which this just yep, that's how superdelegates work. They can just suddenly take away your lead. So, all right, the categories. Let me scroll up here. The categories are. Hold on. The categories are politician or song lyrics,
Now would be a good time for another story there, Ron.
Yeah, have you frozen? I couldn't
Maybe
tell-
somebody
I couldn't
graduated
tell if
from,
that was
from
Michael
the school.
They're just in week 1, man. No one graduated yet. And I don't know anyone's name, but I'm rooting for all of them.
Oh.
See, filibusters could be used for good.
Oh my God. I'm dying to know who's going to graduate. But anyway, so the second category to choose from is real political, an actual political villain or comic book supervillain. And the third category is crimes of the Supreme Court.
I'm going to do number 1, the song lyrics.
Mike Siegel. That is correct. That is an actual category. So you retain your 3-1 lead.
All right.
Here's how this category goes, ladies and gentlemen. I will read, similar to the first round, I will read the quote, and you tell me if this is from either a politician or a song lyric. Same thing, raise your hand. If you get it correct, you get a chance at a bonus point if you can name the politician or the song or band. So chance at multiple points, just like in round 1.
Multiple points on the table, man. This might end up being a high-scoring game after all.
Very much so. Was this said by a politician or a song lyric? It's got a backbeat. You can't lose any old time you use it.
Mike.
That's a song lyric.
That is correct, Mike Siegel. You just got another point. You have a 4-1 lead. Name who said it, and you get that extra point. If not, James Mane has a chance to get another point.
I think that's Chuck Berry's Rock and Roll Music, right? If You Want to Dance With Me.
Yep.
Mike is correct. Oh,
Give me
this
some of that rock and roll music.
Any old time you use it. It's got a lifeguard school to choose it. Any old time you lose it.
You gotta run in slow motion.
Now, James, you were a lifeguard, right? In on Oahu, you've been a lifeguard.
Yes.
So you went to the
years.
school.
Well,
so
the one here in Hawaii.
Oh, right on. See, so I'm sure
I
it's
wasn't.
universal.
I wasn't. I'm not. Grandma's. I thought Grandma's doing a bit or something. I just jumped on.
Yeah, I was trying. I was
think
just
that's-
pimping you into some kind of a riff.
Don't you have to pass
Also-
lifeguard school in Hawaii just to get a driver's license or something?
Yeah, yes,
No.
pretty much.
It should
Yeah.
be.
Vote.
Should be.
To
do
vote, you
that.
have to
All right.
pass lifeguard school?
Yes, everyone has to pass lifeguard
No.
school just to get off the plane.
No, anybody can vote. They just pass them out at bus stops. You go to the bus stops, say, "Here, vote for somebody here."
Yeah,
And it's all
I'm telling
one-sided
you.
ballots.
telling you, Mike, when you learn about Hawaii politics, you'll be like, this is like Chicago. Like the only thing it's missing is like dead people voting. That's the only thing it's missing in terms of the kickback, corruption. Like it's unbelievable. There's a city council guy that was like, they're trying to build this light rail for years and it's like kind of finished, but isn't. They need more money to finish it. And he was giving kickbacks to the company that was making building the train. Like it was just, it's classic. It's perfect. They put a DA in jail. It's really, it's
Oh,
good
And his
stuff.
staff.
Well,
yeah,
too,
the
too
staff.
bad you don't. Too bad you don't live in California. Everything is crystal clean here, man. We don't have
That's what I was told.
everything's above board, and we don't really have any problems, really. I mean, you feel lucky. Totally. They use the budget very responsibly, and our governor isn't a clown at all. I mean, it's Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of
Hashtag
funding
blessed.
for schools.
remember, I mean, you remember when Jerry Brown said we're going to build high-speed rail between LA and San Francisco, and boom, it just happened. He just got it done.
happened.
It's
Yeah.
done. It's done.
He totally got it. And that was Linda Ronstadt sang at the unveiling. That was freaking a special time, man. And it's been it just keeps getting better, you know?
Ugh.
It's like if
Was it the
if a
Bible
Beach Boys song was a state, that's California.
That's it. That's absolutely true. All right. Mike Siegel now has a commanding lead here. 5-1, I believe. 4-1.
I think he's got 5. He swept that. Yeah, he swept that last one.
Yeah. So Kate, Mike has 5.
He swept 2 in a row.
Yes. Hot streak. This is turning into potentially the biggest win ever, Mike.
Or
sounds like corruption. Sounds like corruption. I get ripped off on a point.
Well,
he just hates even numbers that much.
Yeah,
he had to count 4 to get to 5, and he was just like 3, and then fuck that, and then what is it 4? It's like no, it's 4 then 5.
Well,
we fixed it.
I'm from Chicago, so I say this to both James and Mike. Maybe I get a little envelope and then somebody starts getting some more points. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying like this. A guy gets a little something extra in his envelope. Maybe then all of a sudden new points start showing up. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying I'm closest to you out of all these people in this podcast right now. I'm the closest I can reach you. You know, should your car end up with a flat tire? You know, who'll help you out? Or maybe your car end up in the canal. Who knows? I mean, I might know some people. I don't know.
I think I just got threatened by the Samoan mob here. That's what just happened. It's like, oh, it'd be a real shame if your car ended up in the Isle of Wight Canal. That might be a real shame. You know what I mean? A real bummer. All of a sudden, James Monty in the lead, 6-5, ladies and gentlemen, with a stunning 5-point.
My strategy is just to keep this going until Mike's Wi-Fi craps out.
So it's a good strategy. It is the lifeguard graduation story of strategies for this game. All right. 3 questions in round 2. We are now in question 2. Mike Siegel has a commanding 4-point lead, but Ron, we've seen big leads come and go.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Outstanding. All right, next question. Who said this? Politician or song lyric? It's a story that might sound like a song that means a lot to me.
James.
Politician.
James Mana, you just got yourself another point. Congratulations.
Ooh.
Bold
The start of a
move.
comeback.
To increase your lead to 3, closing the gap on Mike Siegel.
To increase my lead to 3?
Increase your points to 3. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking flowery. You know, come on. What do you want me to do? You got 5-2. I'm trying to spice it up for the crowd. They know this is a blowout. I got to make it sound interesting. You know what I mean? James Monty, a chance to increase your point total to 3, making you only trail Mike by 2. Which politician said that quote?
Can you repeat the quote?
Yes, sir, I can.
And can you impersonate the person who said it?
No, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. As game show hosty as possible, so there's no indication that it's either a politician or a song lyric. Which politician said this? It's a story that might sound like a song that means a lot to me.
I'll go with Barack Obama.
Incorrect. Mike, a chance to retake your 4-point lead. Which politician said the following quote? It's a story that might sound like a song that means a lot to me.
Sounds like a song that might. Boy, that makes no sense. I'm gonna go with Carter.
Mike, your thinking was correct in that it makes no sense. So
Don't tell me it was Bush.
Wow, there's so many dumb presidents that could have said that, but
gee, that sounds senile and incoherent. I wonder who it could be.
Gee,
could it be any of them?
Well,
Could it be pretty much anyone except Obama?
Well,
is that Reagan as well?
No. Ron Placone, would you please inform our contestants and our fine audience, the smartest and best fans in the world, this is the People's Game Show. Who said that quote?
Joe Biden.
Yes.
Although, you know what? That does sound like something Obama would say. Like, oh, it's a story that might sound like a song to me. Like that does sound like something he'd say.
Honestly,
see, that was my thinking, was that he probably actually listens to songs.
I'm with you, man. I mean, that does sound, but no, that was Biden.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike, you were on it when you said it makes no sense.
You know what was he referring to? You know what it was about?
Oh, I don't know. Just some Joe Biden babbling on and on about
something.
Something.
I don't think he knew what it was about. I mean, he probably just paused for a minute and then said, anyway, you know the rest, and like stumbled away, fell off the stage.
Someone
he said it on a bike and then he fell. That's actually what that quote's from.
Someone should make a mashup of like Reagan's second term and Joe Biden, just all of the like not making sense things that those two guys have said, and then say, this is why there needs to be age limits for the White House, is what they should say.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So James Mane did pick up a point, making it 5-2. Final question of round 2.
No, that was it, wasn't it?
That was it. That was it.
3. Yeah.
That's it.
We're
for
on
round
to the
2.
final round,
only
man.
2.
Was it only 2? I thought
It was
was only 2. Yeah.
Wow, we're moving really slow this game. All right, let's get to the third one.
Can we get some help here?
I thought we did 3 of them.
No,
Can
Ron.
somebody get Kate on?
Did you?
Kate, which number are we on?
Is anyone paying attention to this? Like, is anybody? I mean, I'm not. Ron, are you Kate? Is anybody paying
I thought we had done 3, man. My bad.
We have not, Ron. I mean, how is
Ron's
Mike?
like, wrap this up.
Mike, who's like
Well,
quarantined from COVID, has got a sharper brain going on than the rest of us.
He's the most alert out of the 4 of us.
maybe if Graham
He's
didn't
gotten
have
a
to
lot of
Google-
rest.
Maybe if
What's that,
Graham
Mike?
didn't have to Google every round and find out what's happening in the questions.
He's good. He's typing the
Googling
quotes
other
and Googling it simultaneously.
I never thought I'd long for cue cards, but cue cards actually have a purpose. Holy balls. Have you done this before? Ever? Never. Have you hosted this show?
Mike, I've
He's
only done
Googling other game show questions.
That's what I've only hosted 300 episodes of game shows, Mike. I'm just now kind of getting my sea legs. You know what I mean? Just now kind of figuring it out. Okay. Final question of round 2. All right. Who said this, politician or song lyrics? I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and I howled at my ma in the driving rain, but it's all right now.
Mike.
That's the Rolling Stones.
That's
Jumpin'
correct,
Jack
Mike.
Flash.
Wow. Boom. Mike Siegel just got 2 points on that last one out of the gate. That song lyric, and that was the Rolling Stones. That was, wow, taking a commanding 7-2 lead as we go into the third and final round.
That's why it's important when you get to pick the topic, Graham.
It is. It's what
Clearly.
a lot of people think I don't want the lead in round 1 because what if I get the super delegate? But if you pick the right category, man, can you take a commanding lead? But as we go into our final round,
I'm pulling the race card. Not one Hawaiian song. No,
Oh,
one
man.
one rap song.
That's fun. We should. That's a good
Tiny
point.
Bubbles. Who said it? Was it Carter? Tiny Bubbles in the wine.
That's James brings up a great point, Ron. This is really, we gotta review this category. and not
Diversity,
make-
man. Some diversity.
We need diversity. Like
Mhm.
we should have had a Bruno Mars lyric in here. We should have had a Don Ho lyric. We should have had.
We've had everything from Woody Guthrie to Tupac in this.
Yes, we have. That's true.
Yeah.
I would have loved to hear Graham say some Tupac lyrics.
Yeah, Tupac was one of the questions on this. And then we had we've
Yeah.
had Gigi Allen.
Yes, but we've never
We've
had
had-
Hawaiian music. That's
We've never
true-
had Hawaiian music. That's I mean we try to
It's hard. The
we
difference.
try to use mainstream stuff that like people might know.
Right.
But
We got to use mainstream. And the also thing too is some Hawaiian music would be using like Hawaiian words that.
I would love to hear you say those words too.
I'll do that.
I wish I was-
Hawaiian
I'll
way
say
Boom.
all the
saying
words.
Merry
All right.
I would love to hear Graham say some Tupac lyrics because last night somebody tried to get him to say the N-word with the
Oh,
hard
God.
R.
This guy after the show was like trying to get me to say it. And I was like, I'm not saying this.
Why? Ugh,
Oh,
that's
it's
weird.
just, oh God. It was
He
just
kept saying, say it.
Say
I was
it.
like, what's
Ugh.
wrong with
I
this
go, no,
guy?
I'm not.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. He was like a black dude from the Sudan, and he was like trying. I was like, I'm not. What do you want from me, man? Someone in the chat put Tulsi Gabbard got an album out next year. That's funny. Oh shit, that is funny. All right, third and final round, which the category is. Let's do.
You want to mix it up?
Yeah, let's mix it
Oh
up.
shit, man.
How about? Want to name that empire round, or no? Should we do one with multiple? Now we'll do. You're right.
We
We'll
can
do.
do that. I mean, yeah, we could do that. Or I mean, if we want to stick to high points, we got to go with the tried and true, the religious law or state law.
Yeah.
That's high points.
All right, that's high points. We're gonna do that because we want anything can happen. We want people. We like leads coming and going. We like excitement. Final category: 3 questions in round 3. I will read a law, and you will tell us if this is a religious law or a state law within the United States. Mike has a commanding lead, but James could take back the lead.
And then for a second point, you need to name the religious book that it's from or the state, which is, you
Yes.
got 50 choices, but yeah, that's the category.
So that's it. And similar, just like we've done in the first 2 rounds, raise your hand, say if it's state or religious law, and then a chance at the second point, as Ron said, by naming the religion and or the state. And if you get it wrong, the other person has a chance to steal the point. But it is way more complicated as we go into round 3. State law or religious law. Don't leave sheep alone. They always need company.
James.
State law.
That's correct, James Mana. You just got yourself another point. To double it, which state has that law?
Texas?
Oh, incorrect. Mike Siegel, a chance to extend your lead and potentially hoist up your first ever Anything Can Happen championship. Which state has the law, don't leave sheep alone?
Pennsylvania.
Mike Siegel, incorrect.
Oh.
Only 48 more to go. Ron,
So-
Keep guessing.
just
James, back to you.
yeah, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Just,
Go through them all.
Iowa.
wrong, Mike. Just do
Those
that.
were both really good guesses, by the way. But it's actually Montana.
Oh,
Okay.
Montana has that law.
that is correct. I don't think we're going to do it for this episode, but I'm thinking what we need to do with this category, Ron, is if they pick state we got to give them like 4 to choose from or something like that.
Yeah, we'll give them multiple choice for the states. It's
Yeah.
guessing out of
We can
50 is
start
a
now.
little much. We could start
Montana.
now.
Well, that's correct.
I must be stuck in George Bush because I said Texas.
Yeah,
Bush twice.
that's you're just doing
Been
Langley,
brainwashed.
Virginia, which is where George Bush Sr. was when he was the head of the CIA. All right, let us go. Is this religious law or state law? 2 more questions remaining. James, trailing, has a chance here, but we know anything can happen. If a woman might be cheating, she should have to drink dirty water.
James.
Religion.
That's correct. You just got another point. Now, which religion and or religious book is this law listed? If a woman might be cheating, she should have to drink dirty water.
Man, it's kind of tricky. I'm thinking Quran, but I'll just go with that. Quran.
Quran is your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
I was
Mike
thinking theirs
Siegel.
would be more harsh.
Well, Mike, you have a chance to grab a point here.
I'm gonna say the Torah.
Mike Siegel, you just got yourself another point. Congratulations. Wow. Yeah. If you read some of that Torah, that Old Testament stuff, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
Man.
It's pretty brutal. One more question remaining. There is literally no chance for James to win this. He's aloha, everybody. Also means goodbye. So long, James Money. We're now playing for pride here. Mike Siegel with a 4-point lead going into the final question. James Money, a valiant effort to defend his title. Will Siegel cross the hold and sweep this question, or will James Money make this a respectable game? Final question.
So it's on me to make this game respectable? Is it not the Google search you got going on over there, Mr. Elwood?
Can a guy check sports scores in the middle of a game show that he kept? You know what I mean? Can I just see how Major League Baseball's going and watch highlights while you guys babble on about whatever? Like, God. All right. Final question. Religious law or state law? You can't have a puppet show in your window.
Mike.
State law.
Mike Siegel, that's correct. You just got your 9th point for a 10th point, putting you in the double-digit category with a commanding win. Which state has this law? You can't have a puppet show in your window.
I'll say New York. Seems like it's. Why not?
That's correct. Holy shit, that was amazing, Mike.
I think that's the first time that's ever
That's
happened.
the first time that's ever.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
New
anyone's
York.
ever guessed the state. That
Good
was
It just
job,
seems like one of
man.
those city that would cause a scene on the city street that they have to like. No, you can't. We got to make a law for this.
That might be what happened. Yeah, that's a law in New
Yeah.
York.
Like,
Blocks
I bet-
traffic. Blocks
like-
traffic.
somebody had a puppet show in like the 1800s in Manhattan, and it caused a big jam up. And so they were like, nah. And everyone was like, well, we're all going to do puppet shows. Like, nope, it's closing the city down. No more puppet shows in your window.
What
That's
kind of
actually how
town is
the,
this? I can't do a puppet show in my window?
That's actually how
For
the
crying out loud.
Broadway show Hamilton started. It was a puppet show originally. And they said, wait a minute. Aaron Burr actually was really upset, and he stopped. He put a stop to it.
People were into it, but then some of the neighbors were like, turn that fucking boom box off. We're trying to sleep.
Yes, because they did Hamilton with a boombox and a puppet show in a window in New York above a
Gotta start
bodega.
somewhere, man.
It's a great story. A great story.
You know
Folks,
what? he wrote that musical while he was going through lifeguard school. That's what a lot of people don't know.
And unfortunately, his son drowned in that school. So,
Oh, Ron, when can we expect Lifeguard School, the musical?
Probably like 2024, I'm thinking. I mean,
Okay.
it's like, he can name his next
it
project.
can't be an even number.
2025.
It can't.
Yeah, we'll need an extra year to get iron out the script. I'd like 2025 makes sense.
Go Cubs.
Well, go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is another fantastic round of Anything Can Happen. James Mane, a valiant effort. James, tell us what you've got going on, shows where people can follow you online.
So you can follow me at Comedian James Mane is my Instagram, also my TikTok. Every Mondays, I'm doing a podcast with some Yahoo that does a game show that he just searches through Google or Reddit or something to get the questions. And so please follow me. Oh, I also have my own podcast, Hawaii Comedy with James Mane. Check that out. But for now, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go train.
Nice.
I'm gonna go train for lifeguard school.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you for your
Nobody
service.
drowned while I was watching the pool, by the way. Nobody ever
That's
drowned.
Perfect.
Thank you,
'Cause
James.
the key is you lock the door and you don't let anybody in. Guarantees no drowning.
No trying just lock out the pool. James Mane, thank you for coming on the show, folks. Check out Comedy Island every Mondays. Every Monday, usually around 7. We're just starting it. It live streams. So it's 10 o'clock Pacific time. It's pretty late, but some of you are in Australia, so it's daytime for you, or if you're in Europe or whatever. James Mane, thank you so much, my friend, for being on the show. And check out James's stuff. He's going to be you're going to be at the Burbank Comedy Festival. When's the Burbank Comedy Festival?
It's the week of August 14th through the 20th. I'm performing on the 15th and the 18th in the diversity show. I wonder how I got in that one. It's good to meet you, Mike. Congratulations. Check me out at the Burbank Comedy Festival if you're in town.
And at Burbank Comedy Festival is at Flappers in Burbank. So if you live in LA and you've ever been to show, it's a great place to see a show. So check out James there. James, thank you so much, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, James.
Aloha.
Aloha. Mike Siegel, our big winner. How does it feel?
What did I win?
Well, we're going to send you. You get some ramen noodles that we're going to send you in the mail, and you get to cook them up. They're going to be fantastic. So, Mike,
wow.
Does this win make the quarantine better?
Oh, yeah. It's going to get me through it. It's really going to get me through it. I appreciate it. I mean, this was the highlight of my day. And sadly, that is true. That is true. Between that and room service, those are my highlights. This show and room service.
We like to consider ourselves the quarantine room service of online game shows.
Yeah. But if people want to find me, they can find me at funnymike.com, and you see my Dry Bar special, and traveltalespodcast.com, and Travel Tales Podcast on Instagram. There you go.
Follow Mike. He's a very funny man. I've known Mike for years. His Dry Bar set's very funny. Travel Tales Podcast is an awesome podcast. If you are thinking about traveling, or it's interviews with all these fantastic people and how they've a lot of people have these really kind of, got out of some corporate job and just decided to travel stories, which I think is a really cool thing that podcast highlights.
You interview a lot of people that are doing really cool projects too. Like I've learned about a lot of really cool resources because of your podcast, like ways to find cheap hotel rooms. A lot of expats, yeah. Ways to find hotel rooms, it's cool stuff, man.
Thank you. Thanks. And I don't have anything on the books right now, comedy-wise, after this, but I hope to be quarantined at a city near you sometime soon.
Right on, dude. Well, Mike, thanks for doing the show. I'm glad you're feeling better, and we'll be happy to see you get off the boat and get back out into the wild and run around. So,
Thanks. We go surfing, man.
yes, absolutely. Well, we'll see you soon, dude. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being on the show, Mike.
All right, and Ron, you can save us when we surf.
You got it, man. You got it. I'm gonna take notes.
All right, see
All
you
right,
guys.
buddy. Later.
See ya.
Mike Siegel, big winner.
That was a fun one, man.
Oh,
That was a fun one. A lot of score. Mike broke double digits. He really swept in the song round. That's a fun category.
That's a good category. And then, the thing why James is a returning winner is he has a smart strategy of like, he was trailing. So he's like, I'm going to just raise my hand first and take a 50-50 shot. And it paid off for him a lot. He
Paid
couldn't
off. People should just do that all the time. No one
I know.
catches on to that. It's like, dude, just fuck it. When it's a 50-50 chance, just throw it at the window. You don't
Yeah.
lose a point for getting it wrong.
No.
You can get shit wrong all day.
Yeah. And, and at least you're getting that point. Now, he could never get lucky enough to get the 2-point sweep, which would have put him back, but he kept it competitive by just raising his hand and jumping in, which I think is critical. Ron, you got time for a little you should know
let's do
this?
a quick you should know this. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graham Elwood. We're going to play a little round of You Should Know This, the popular trivia show where Ron Placone, very knowledgeable about music, and I don't know anything about music, and I'm very knowledgeable about films, and Ron thinks everything is a TV show.
Everything's a TV show.
Everything's a TV show.
And they're confusing you on purpose now because they're making TV shows that might as well frickin' be movies. Did you watch Stranger Things? You watched a series of movies.
Yes.
They were all like an hour. I enjoyed it, but they were like an hour. The last one was like 2 hours. That's a movie. That's a movie. That's not a TV show.
It's a lot of movies.
It's a bunch of movies. It was a bunch of movies.
Ron thinks everything's like TV commercials. He thinks are a series of movies.
Yeah.
That just try to get you to buy stuff.
Yeah. They just want you. That's like the plot. They're like, you're going to buy this thing.
That's the plot. How do you get these tough stains out of your kid's laundry? That's the plot of the story, the movie that Ron watches. All right. Ron, you go first. What should I know from the world of music?
The world is a vampire sent to drain.
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, you gotta know this one, dude.
The world is a vampire.
Mhm.
I know. That's the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes. Wow. You got it. I thought you'd probably get this one, but I was like, yeah. There you go. Good job.
Boom. I don't usually get these out of the gate. Like,
if it was on the radio constantly circa 1993 to 96, you usually get it. And this is one of those songs that it's like, yes, you could not hear this song every day. And it's just such a distinguished, the world is a vampire. Beautiful song. Great song. Billy Corgan's out of his mind, but great song.
Yes.
Yeah, he's insane.
I actually saw them.
Great song.
Halloween, they opened for Kiss. Halloween 2000, I think, at Dodger Stadium.
That'd be a fun show.
Oh my God, it was fun. First of all, it's a Kiss show. So if you've ever been to a Kiss show, everyone's dressed up, but it was Halloween. So like it was double dress up. Like people were just not only like decked out in their Kiss gear, but like just crazy costumes and outfits. And they opened the show dressed as the Beatles.
Oh,
and
that's
they came
fun.
out
That's
playing.
Cool.
It was so cool. Like the Ed Sullivan Beatles with like the skinny tie and and like, oh my God, it was so cool. They came out. It was one of the most amazing shows I've ever seen. I mean, it was
that might have been back when they like didn't completely hate everything too. Cause they like, I mean, over the years, they've definitely had a lot of feuds as a band and whatnot. And I mean, it's not, I think a couple of the original members are back. Like, I think the drummer's still there. And I think James Iha returned recently. I think, I'm not sure, but I didn't get to see the Pumpkins until later. I saw them like about 5 or 6 years ago with Marilyn Manson, actually. Wow. And it was a fun show, but you could tell like in both cases, like these bands were sort of, I mean, Marilyn Manson just seemed really freaking tired the whole time. And the Pumpkins, I mean, it was great because it was the Pumpkins and I'd never seen them, but you know, you can kind of tell like You could tell like both were kind of phoning it in a little bit, and it wasn't like I loved living in Nashville, Tennessee, but one thing I gotta say about that city is like, you know how sometimes in LA comedy audiences could be a little kind of like we've seen it all before and they're
Right.
not, that's how Nashville is with music. Like Nashville
Mm.
audiences, and it's not everybody, obviously, but it's like kind of like Nashville crowds could be a little more like we've seen everything. This is Nashville. This is the music city. And they don't really like give it to the performer. And you could tell like when you're at shows. Like I was at a show. I almost saw Jay Farrar from Sunvolt walk off stage before because he was getting so pissed off.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was playing the Sunvolt album Trace in its entirety solo, which is pretty fucking awesome. And the audience was just, it was part of a festival. This audience was just, you'd think he was just some random person playing covers as a distraction or something. They're like talking through it. And I was like embarrassed to be there. That's how fucking bad it was. And he almost
Wow.
walked off stage like a couple times. He almost walked off. And I think he didn't because he knew there were people there who like really wanted to see him. And I was one of them, but yeah, it was bad. Anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that is a very valid comparison. Doing stand up in LA, sometimes the crowd's just like, and
Yeah,
you're
we've
like,
seen it
bitch,
all.
I'm a genius. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
They just,
um,
they make you work hard, I mean, the LA audiences, they make you earn it. They make you work pretty hard. Generally. I mean, other times they're freaking great,
we've
but
had great. I've also had great shows in LA.
yeah,
I've
I
had
mean, me
fantastic.
too. Me too. But sometimes it's like, it's hot and we're all kind of tired because we're running around because it's LA. Just fucking make us laugh. And we've seen it all. And you just gotta earn it a little bit. Nashville's kind of like that with music. So
Yeah, yeah. It's hot. We've all been running around. That's everyone's just sort of. It's hot. We've all been
it's
running
hot.
around.
We've been running around and shit. We're looking over our shoulder in case there's somebody important that comes in here. That's why we're here. Los
Oh,
Angeles.
we're hot. Is everyone running around and
That's
shit?
what when you live in a place like LA, you have to focus on kind of the small things like lifeguard schools and stuff like that. Like you gotta just
What was it called? Something apocalypse? I already forgot the joke from the
lifeguard
top.
apocalypse.
Lifeguard apocalypse.
Lifeguard apocalypse.
It's a lifeguard apocalypse on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
All
All right. What's a movie I should know?
Here's a movie, Ron, that you should know. Let's see.
Sopranos.
Again, not a movie, Ron. That's a TV series. I haven't even said a line yet, but you're already picking something incorrect before I even said anything. Before I said anything, Ron. So this is a quick tip, quick FYI. Ron, I tell you what, before I do this, why don't you tell everybody where you and I are going to be performing the end of the month in the Pacific Northwest?
Guys, while Graham thinks of a movie because he didn't prepare ahead of time, let me tell all of you that we have some tour dates in the Pacific Northwest at the end of this month. July 28th, Portland, Oregon. July 29th, Seattle, Washington. July 30th, Vancouver, British Columbia. Get tickets for those shows at romplaco.com and grahamelwood.com.
Nice. Come out to the shows, folks. It'll be so great to see you. These cities, we were supposed to do them 2 years ago, canceled. We were going to shoot specials there, all this stuff. So it is really important. Come out. It'll be a blast. We'll laugh our asses off. We all need to laugh right now. It's a really stressful time. And you guys are the best and smartest people and the best, smartest fans in the world. So come on out to those shows. Okay. Here's my movie quote. There are only murderers in this room.
There are only murderers in this room. Is that all right? That sounds like a war movie. Is that a war movie?
It is not a war movie.
Oh shit. Is it? Wait, there are only murderers. All right, give me something else. That's like not log.
It's a crime movie and a period piece.
Oh, okay. Crime movie and a period piece. All right. There are only murderers in this room. Crime movie and a period piece. Not The Godfather. That's like not. Yeah.
No, it's
But
it was a movie that came out in the 2000s.
oh, this is recent. Okay.
Yes.
Shit. That probably means I'm gonna be like really bad. But it's a period piece. It's a crime movie. It's not Swordfish, is it? What?
Can you explain to me how Swordfish is a period piece?
I don't know.
Do you know what period piece means, Ron? Do you even understand the context?
Well, yeah,
of
no, I understand the I never seen it, so I just kind of yeah.
You've never seen. So it's like if you it's like if you said,
Wait, The Patriot.
oh no, but
It's not
that's
all right.
not the
Oh,
Patriot.
is it in the Saving Private Ryan?
Okay. No, but the one of the leads in Saving Private Ryan is also one of the leads in this film.
Oh shit. So wait, period. All right, so maybe Tom Hanks then. Period piece with Tom Hanks, maybe. And they say there are only murderers in this room. And it's from the 2000s. Is it a comedy?
No, not at
No?
all.
Okay. All right. So it's all right. Shit. I don't huh. Um I have no idea. Ocean's 11. I just guessed a movie from the era because I have no idea.
It has none of the. It's not a period piece. It's a crime drama. So it's Ocean's 11, not a period piece. It's kind of a comedy heist movie.
Wait. Oh, wait. What's that? Brokeback Mountain. No, not that. The weather. What's the other one where it's like he goes off to war and then he stays because that girl. Is it a war period piece movie?
He goes to war, but then stays because of that girl. Is it that one? Is it that movie? Is it that one band that they play that song that's got like music in it and there's like a guy with drums, I think? Is it that?
It's like it's from that era though. It's like early 2000s. And it's like you thought it was a war movie, but it was kind of like just not a rom-com, but like a romance thing. Like what was that movie?
You
Oh
are
man.
like literally abandoning all of my clues. Like you're going in the opposite direction of my clues. It's like you're sitting there going, it's like you're telling me, Graham, it's hardcore punk rock. And I'm like, the Everly Brothers. Is it the Everly Brothers where they both had the cars and the nice haircuts?
It's like when you guessed every band except for Rage Against the Machine. You guys, like it's clearly a political song from the 90s, a band that was in the mainstream in the 90s, but was singing about politics. There was like one. Sugar Ray? Yes, Graham. It's Sugar Ray. Good job. You nailed it.
There was one band, and I named everyone but that one band.
Literally every other band. You started naming like some, even like some mildly obscure. You're like Suicidal Tendencies. I was like, really? All right, good guess, but no. Like, oh man, I feel like
it's
this
not
is
Swordfish. It's not Brokeback Mountain. I'll give you
The
some more
Notebook.
defining.
The Notebook. It's The Notebook.
Okay, that's close. Well, okay, it's a crime drama set in the Depression. So in the 20s or 30s.
Oh man.
With two megastars. The one guy from Saving Private Ryan and then another guy that's older that's like two megastars.
You've Got Mail. I feel like this is
Meg
a really
Ryan's
obvious.
Meg Ryan's publicist just heard you call her older than Tom Hanks, and they're sending us a sternly written letter right now. Like
There
we're
were
gonna be
other
sued.
people in that movie. I don't remember who else. I never saw it, but like, yeah.
It's not You've Got Mail. No.
So this is when he was doing all those movies, man. Like he did that movie where he gets stuck at an airport and he gets like the burgers. Yeah, that one. So this is
Right.
during that era. You
Right.
remember that movie? I didn't like that movie much, actually.
The Terminal, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. You remember the title.
Directed by Steven Spielberg. Yes, I do remember The Terminal. Absolutely.
I didn't care for that movie much. I mean, people liked it. I just wasn't that into it. I thought there was a lot of unresolved arcs in that movie. And also it kind of grossed me out that he had to eat Burger King every day. That's like, why would you? I mean, they make documentaries about why you shouldn't do that. But
that's the takeaway from that film, Ron. Absolutely.
Don't eat that way. I mean, he could have, yeah, that's rough.
He was stuck in a terminal, but the takeaway is you're mad that he ate.
He had to. No, I felt bad for him. I mean, I get it. He had to do it because he would like get the quarters and shit. That was a rough life. I mean, man. I mean, if it happened in a different place, he could have had like a room and stuff.
I know, it's crazy. It's like a completely different story then. But yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, like if that happened in like, I mean, what is it like? Some of the Asian countries, like they have like hotels and stuff right in the airport. They have like saunas and stuff. Like, I
know.
That happened to him there. He could have you'd be like, well,
great.
All right.
I'm going to a sauna and I'm going to get really good dim sum and it's going to be, ramen one day. And
he would never have to go to a Burger King ever. All right. So it's definitely not that movie.
No, it's not that one, Ron. Nope. Not at all. That's not a period piece, nor is it a crime drama.
And it's not Saving Private Ryan, but it's old. It's like, Depression. Gangs of New York.
No.
All right, but it's in that vein.
That's in the 1800s.
Yeah. Well, and it's also Tom Hanks wasn't in that, was he? That was Leo.
And Liam Neeson, also directed by actually that was directed by I'm blanking on the name, but very famous Martin Scorsese.
All right. Period piece, Depression. There's only murderers here. Tom Hanks. Fuck, dude. I don't think I'm going to get this one.
His character's name was Mike Sullivan.
Oh, man. I should know this, but I don't. Give me like a hint about the title.
It's about going to a place.
Oh.
And so it's a metaphor. So like we're going to this place, but it's also what is happening in our lives.
Huh. I have no idea. I should know this, but I have no idea. I'm sure the comments are going nuts at this point.
Yes.
All right. Early 2000, Tom Hanks.
Somebody asked, is it Garbage Taxi? No, it's not Garbage Taxi.
It's not No, I already guessed that. It's definitely not Garbage Taxi. And it's not The Terminal.
It's not The Terminal. Tom Hanks playing like a gangster in the 30s.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. I have no memory of that. I have no memory of a movie where Tom Hanks was a 30s gangster. I have memories of Tom Hanks playing a band manager. I have memories of Tom Hanks playing a guy with a very low IQ who was in every historic moment in the past 30 years. I have memories of Tom Hanks getting stuck in a terminal. I have memories of Tom Hanks. I mean, what else is he? He's done a lot of shit, that guy. But I don't have any memories of him being a gangster in the 30s.
I'll give you this. The other co-star is Paul Newman.
Is this a real movie? You're sure this happened? I feel like this is a movie. Why am I the only? Well, I guess
it is on your streaming service right now.
There's a good chance that this movie came out and I just never noticed it.
I think that's exactly what's happened, Ron. And you literally never even acknowledged it. You had no idea it's happened. Is what is going on?
Is it the Irish? Is it the Irishman?
No, but you're like you're dancing around near it. You're.
If it was a TV show, I'd say it's got to be Boardwalk Empire.
Oh my God, you're right up on. I mean, it is that era. I mean, it is.
Dude, I don't remember any movie where those two were in it. Fuck, and it's about going to a place.
Well, a crime happens, and Tom Hanks's kid sees it, and they want to get the kid, and so he's got to go through all this stuff. Stanley Tucci is in it.
Really? Fuck. How do I not know? All right. And it's definitely not so crime 20s, 30s, Depression era, early 2000s.
Yeah, Kate said it's like Witness, but it's not.
Witness, but it's not. So another word for witness.
No.
Okay, that's not.
It's like the movie, the plot of the movie Witness, but not. It's
okay. I thought it was like a kind of sounds like thing, or
I'll give you this, Rod, because you're never gonna get it. The movie is called Road to Blank.
Oh, Road to Bethany. Road to Ruin.
Ooh, thematically, you're very close.
Road to Epiphany. Road to, I don't know. Road to.
You're just going to keep guessing words.
Yeah, I guess. Road to Highway.
Yeah, it is the road that feeds to the highway. That's it. It's basically it's a movie about an on-ramp is what it is.
The
it's
road.
Great.
The road that feeds the highway. Starring Tom. He just merges, and that's the whole movie.
The whole movie is just him merging onto the highway.
Do you want to do our movie? It's called The Road That Leads to the Highway.
The road that leads to the highway.
Bro, we can't buy that. We just bought a movie called 3 Billboards from Ebbing, Missouri. We can't buy your Road to the Highway movie. Too similar, bro.
Yep. It's time for Road to the Highway. Oh God, that's brilliant, Ron.
Road to Glory. That's gotta be. It's not Road to Glory.
No,
that's a movie. Up the title of the movie.
I think that's a college basketball movie. Road to Glory. I think.
Well, there's a movie called Road to Glory. I mean, we know this. There's got to be Road to Enlightenment. I don't know, man. I have no idea. I forgot this movie completely because everything you described, I've never heard of this.
I feel like when I tell you the name of it, you're still gonna not know what it is. Like
I think so. I think somehow. Well, not some. I mean, yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to movies. So whenever this movie happened, I was just not cognizant of it. Like, what's the year? Will you tell me the year?
All right, let me bring that up.
You know, if it was one of the years where I was kind of drinking heavily, I mean, there's a chance that I just missed something.
All right. Came out in 2002, and it's sort of it's a kind of a film neo-noir directed by Sam Mendes.
Really? All right. So 2002, that was high school for me. So because I was thinking like if it was during my college years, there was some blurs there.
Sure.
But high school. It
was it's based on a graphic novel of the same name. And it was Paul Newman's last live action theatrical acting role. Jude Law and Daniel Craig are in it as well. Daniel Craig is this is pre-James Bond.
I have no idea. Yeah. I just looked it up because I knew there was. Yeah, I would never guess this. I do not remember this movie happening at all.
Yeah, Road to Perdition.
There is so many. Jude Law's in it. Daniel Craig. Stanley Tucci, I've never heard of this movie happening. Like most of the movies that we do on this, I'm like, oh shit, that's right. This one I've never. If you would have told me, like, if you would have given me like true or false, there is a movie Road to Perdition, but Tom Hanks is in it and he plays a gangster from I would have guessed false because I'd be like, most Tom Hanks movies everyone knows about. I've never even heard of that, so I completely missed that.
It's a movie that, like, if you were to watch it tonight or whatever, it's an excellent film. I mean, it's really, and the scene where Tom Hanks is like mad at Paul Newman and how dare you kill this person, and Paul Newman goes, there are only murderers in this room. It's a great film. Like, it's a really yeah, I would recommend this movie. It's a really good movie.
Dude, I'll check it out. I mean, I feel like I should watch it because it's just like, well, I didn't know it was a thing. Like, that's pretty. I mean, it's like finding out. It's like finding out a great band that like you never like. What if there was this awesome band that has like all the elements you like and you just never freaking heard of it?
Oh yeah, it's exactly like that's the thing. Why I love that, like, movies, because if it's new to you. Like, you've never heard of this. So when you watch this, you're going to really dig it. Like, exactly. Like if you're like, Grant, I've never heard of this band. And you're like, just listen to it. And I'm like, Jesus, these guys are awesome. Like,
I'll try to live tweet it. I'm gonna live tweet Road to Ruin with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Get the name right first.
I'm going to live tweet Road to Georgia with Tom Hanks and Mel Gibson. And you guys are gonna love it.
Tom Hanks and Mel Gibson. And the whole movie is just, it plays that song. The devil went down to Georgia and looking for a soul to steal.
Road to Ebbing, Missouri is a great film, and I'm going to live tweet it for all of you.
I feel like, did you have just a little bit of an edible before the show today?
No, I just totally did not know this movie at all. It's like the first time I'm just like, wow, I've never even heard of this.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, that's my Rage Against the Machine moment.
That was fantastic.
Although I've had a couple.
That was fantastic. No, this was like, this is right up there with Garbage Taxi and Clint Eastwood. I mean, this is yeah, this is fantastic. Well, that is, you should know this, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's shout out the dates again, dude.
Yes. Ron Placone and I are going to the Pacific Northwest this month. Portland, Oregon, July 28th. Seattle, Washington, July 29th. And Vancouver, Canada, July 30th. Tickets at ronplacone.com or grandmella.com. Come out, folks. Come to the show. You've never had a DUI, right?
No.
Okay, because I just found out that if any person in your car driving across the border into Canada, they won't let you in.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. We're good.
We're definitely good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
You're good? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I was in Canada earlier this year.
Right. That's right. You were in Canada earlier this year.
Yeah.
I haven't been in Canada in a while, but I'm good. I'm good. So yes, folks, check us out. Go to grandmella.com or ronplacone.com. Ron, always a treat. Good having you. It's always a blast doing this. And you, sir, have an amazing lifeguard apocalypse.
All right, Graham. I'll see you later, man.
All right, bye.
Peace.
Ron Placone, lifeguard apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's our show, everybody. Mike Siegel, James Mana. Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'm just going through the chats over at over at Rockfin. We've had 89 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all in the chat. Thank you, Kat. Love your new show, Organic Comedy Island. Yes, check it out. Also, do me a favor, folks. We are only a couple away from my Graham Elwood clips We have to get 100 subscribers before we can name it. Right now, it's like youtube.com/1375, a bunch of things. So if we get over 100 subscribers, then I can name it youtube.com/Graham Elwood Clips. And we want to start putting it up there. So please subscribe to that channel. And then let me see if there's anybody on the Venmo real quick. That was fun. I love doing the game show. It's always a blast, right? Isn't it it's always fun. Oh, look at this. Matt S. Thank you for supporting our show. Matt S. at Graham-Elwood on Venmo. Shave your knuckles for justice, Matt. What does the term woke mean to you? Seems like it's only used by old white conservative as a pejorative, then that's it. It's one of those terms. It's like completely been hijacked and misused or whatever. And it's, like, for me, it was always just like, oh, you're waking up. Like, I look at myself back when I voted for Obama and I thought he was the Democrat. He was going to save us. And I had some faith in him and some hope in him and hope and change. And then, I kind of woke up to like all this, how corrupt our system was. And then even, during the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matter and stuff, waking up to like, wow, I have a lot of, white male privilege and I need to be aware of, acknowledge it and be aware of it. Now it's just a dumb term. It's like everything just gets ruined. You know what I mean? Like progressive, like, okay, Liz Warren is calling herself progressive, when she wants to green up the military. It's just becomes a bumper sticker. You know what I mean? And so, it's like the canceling thing, and when it's like somebody says something racist and awful and they're in a position of power and there's like video of it and they're being held accountable for that. Like, oh yeah, you can't just, there's consequences. You have the freedom of speech to say whatever you'd like, but if you just say awful stuff and you're in a position of power and you work somewhere, well, you might lose your job over that. And that's something, you're being held accountable now. In the old days, you could just say and do awful crap, but everyone didn't have a camera. So you got away with it. Well, now you don't. Or the Karens out there yelling and screaming this awful crap. They just got away with it. Now they're being held accountable. But now it's being weaponized. We're just going to cancel anybody we don't agree with. Like, Dave Chappelle says something in his special that we don't agree with, so we're going to cancel him. That's awful. You can disagree with Dave Chappelle. You can say you didn't like that joke or you thought it was transphobic or whatever, but we're going to cancel. So it's another term, woke, that has just been completely hijacked and misused. And I've never called myself woke. I've just said I've woken up to what the reality of how America is. Like, that's what Government Secrets is about. But I don't even like using the term now because it's either, people call themselves, I'm woke, like, or like you say, it's a pejorative by the conservatives. These woke people are canceling it's a dumb term now that I don't like it. So, cool. What? Kate, tell Grammy now has 100 subscribers on Graham Elwood Clips. What? Thank you. Well, how about we do this in real time? We'll go change the name. Let's see if we can do this in real time. Let's see here. I think I can do this. All right. Thank you all for subscribing. You guys are so great. My channel. All right. 101 subscribers. Awesome. Let's see. How do we do this? Customization. Maybe it's under that category. Anybody know how to do that?
Channel URL. How do we change this? Organization basic info. Let's see if we got this. Basic info. All right. Enter your new channel description, click publish. I just did that. New channel description. Customize channel. Let's see if we can try. I'll keep clicking the same buttons. I don't know how to do this. All right. We're working on this. We're trying to figure this out. But I don't know how Graham does its what the is what yeah, I know. I'm not a techie. Government secrets tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern. YouTube tech ain't woke. Annabelle, very funny. Gotham needs a techie. Yes, it does. We can figure it out later. Yes, Kate, we can figure it out later. But just for having to watch me fumble around trying to figure that out, you all, have earned a quick mattress cam. Yeah, boom, boom, mattress cam, boom, 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 mattress cam, mattress cam, mattress cam, mattress cam, boom, boom, mattress cam, ba 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 boom, boom, mattress cam, mattress cam, mattress cam. See, folks, you always get something. You wait around, let me figure it out, but you get a little mattress cam just to keep everybody happy. Here, my live show with Ron Placone. Please join us on the road. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, come out. It's a blast. July 28th, we're in Portland, Oregon. July 29th, we're in Seattle. July 30th, we are in Vancouver, Canada. Go to grahamelwood.com for tickets. I will be taping a comedy special October 26th in Chicago. That should be up on the Zanies website soon. Whenever that is, I will put that on my website. You want to be there for that. It's going to be an hour comedy special, all my political stuff, and we're going to get it out there on a big platform. So Netflix. So we're going to get it out there. There's that. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching on and oh, wait a minute now. Leftover Beefcake, shake your knuckles for justice. Thank you for supporting us at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. It's free to sign up. There's a premium membership at $10 a month, gives you access to all this premium content. The Crypto Lounge, all the live streams are archived there. The karaoke is there, and then you can tip the show. This tip is for some index cards to hold out in front of you like the good old days. Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you, Leftover Beefcake. Should call it Graham Elwood Comedy Clips to get those search terms in there. Ooh, that's smart. Set mattress cam, set channel URL. Venetia David, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Venetia, thank you for supporting us. Excellent show, Graham. You are excellent. You are all excellent, smart, amazing fans. You're the best and smartest fans in the world. This is the People's Channel. It's the People's Game Show. It's the People's Mattress Cam. It's all for you. It's all for you. All right, let's get that moved around. Mattress cam. Look what lies beneath. Yes. Who knows about the sordid history? What lies beneath the mattress cam? You don't know. Is it wonder? Is it horrors? Someday we will find out. Mattress cam. Do you really want to know? Melissa H. asks a great question. I don't think you want to know what's behind the mattress. I don't think you can handle it. You can't handle the mattress cam truth. You can't handle it. If you're in Waikiki this Sunday, folks, if you're on the beautiful island of Oahu, come see me at the Blue Note Comedy Club doing a Sunday brunch show, 10 a.m. this Sunday, July 17th. Those brunch shows are a blast. Mattress cam. Thank you. First of all, thank you to Kate and Holly, fantastic moderators as always. Kate for our scorekeeper. Thank you to Mike Siegel and James Monet for being funny, great guests. I love it. Isn't the game show a blast? Isn't it just a blast? We do it once a month because it's just finding guests is tough. Everyone's busy. We had this woman lined up today and then her schedule changed. Like it was a bunch of last minute stuff, which that's just part of it. It's fine. It's no big deal. But the point is like, it's too challenging to do that, to do the game show once a week. But we do it second Thursday of every month. So the next one, August 11th. Set your calendars. It is where my mattress, the horror. The horror. Yes, you are all mattress lovers. This is the People's Channel. You guys make it happen. And I am so grateful to you. You're the best and smartest fans in the world. You guys are awesome. So I have a blast doing the show. Yes, I know you missed the game show. But if you're either a Patreon member, and please join the Patreon, that helps too. Patreon or Rockfin. If you're a Patreon $10 subscriber or a Rockfin Premium subscriber, you can watch the archives of all of the live streams. So check that out. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Paranormal Karen. Oh, she was a great contestant. I love Karen. She's so. We got to get Karen back on here to do another reading. That's what we got to. We haven't had a reading, a 2022 reading from Paranormal Karen. So thank you all so much for supporting the show. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Holly. Only two things can happen is very fun. Lachlan, I love comedians just because they say shit like that. Thank you to Ron Placone. Obviously, come see us on the road. You guys are amazing. Follow the money, connect the dots, and get the truth. And shave your knuckles for justice. And remember, Mattress Cam. Shave your knuckles for justice. Mattress Cam. That is the people's mattress. Boom.